Now, more foreign passport holders and wounded Palestinians have started evacuating war-torn Gaza. Border authorities have released a list of more than 500 foreign and dual nationals from 15 countries allowed to cross today. Egypt's foreign ministry is expecting to receive about 7,000 foreigners, representing about 60 nationalities. Media reports citing diplomatic sources say the process will take about 2 weeks. Buses could be seen arriving into Egypt from the enclave. Those able to evacuate today include 5 nationals from South Korea. Indonesia also planning the evacuation of its citizens from Gaza. Its government has moved a team from Cairo to the Rafah crossing to assist with efforts. But officials have highlighted that the evacuation will likely be carried out in stages to prioritize safety. Thailand has decided to put on additional repatriation flights from Israel for its citizens, after originally saying no more flights would be arranged unless enough evacuees came forward. Thousands have been camping at the Rafah crossing for weeks, hoping to get out of Gaza. Egypt opened the border for limited evacuations for the first time in nearly a month since the Middle East conflict started. It's under a Qatar-brokered agreement involving the US, Israel and Hamas. Last night saw a heavy string of Israeli airstrikes on the enclave, resulting in many more casualties. Palestinian Health Ministry officials have reported that the death toll in Gaza from Israeli attacks since the 7th of October has crossed 9,000. Medical services are struggling to keep going to save the critically wounded. The head of an Indonesian-funded hospital in northern Gaza says its main generator is out of service. The generator had provided power to ventilation systems in operating rooms, the facility's only oxygen station, and its morgue refrigerators. The facility is considered to be a backbone in providing health services in Gaza's north. It's the nearest hospital to the recently shrunk Jabalia refugee camp. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts to quell the fighting continue. Japanese Foreign Minister Yoko Kamikawa has left Tokyo for Israel in an effort to help calm the intensifying war. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will also visit Israel and neighboring regions tomorrow. This comes as U.S. President Joe Biden was heard saying there had to be, quote, a pause in fighting to facilitate the release of Hamas's hostages during a campaign speech. The U.S. has been clear from the outset that Israel has a right to defend itself and is Tel Aviv's strongest ally. More Sarah Coates joins us live from Tel Aviv. Sarah, second day of the lifting of the opening of the border, the Rafah crossing. Hundreds of foreign dual nationals have evacuated since that border reopened. How has that proceeded so far?
Hello there, Wei Su. Well, look, we know there's a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion and even some anger down at the Rafah border crossing. We do need to remember that a lot of these people that are lining up there to get into Egypt from Gaza have been waiting there for almost a month. Now, we do know that a new list has been published. Authorities down there are reading names out via a loudspeaker. There are around 400 or 500 names on that list. And people are asking, well, how does my name get on that list? And why isn't my name on this list? So it's certainly causing a lot of panic. People are worried that they cannot get through. Buses have been seen driving from Gaza down through this terminal to cross into Egypt. Although we do understand, as you mentioned, there'll only be a limited number of people going through today, around 400 or 500 people. That is according to Egyptians on that side of the border, and also Palestinians who are opening the border on the Gaza side. In addition to this, we do understand that around 600, or 60 rather, I should say, wounded Palestinian children will be also transferred through, with Egypt setting up these field hospitals about 15 kilometres from this Rafah crossing, while also wards have been opened to treat others close by. Look, and as you mentioned, we do need to also say that we are hearing that this process, it will take a while. Egypt's foreign ministry releasing a statement just a few hours ago to say that we are looking at the 7,000 people that need to be evacuated. They will be processed, and they are from 60 different countries.
Meanwhile, hospitals, we heard that in an Indonesian-funded one, looking forward to some aid crossing that border. But hospitals in general struggling to keep the lights on amid airstrikes and the flood of injuries as well. What else is being done to improve this worsening humanitarian situation?
Yeah, well, look, it certainly is grim. We do know that many nations are sending more aid. There are calls for humanitarian truces, humanitarian pauses, even ceasefires. Just in the last hour or so, the UAE has actually come out to say that it is prepared to treat 1,000 Palestinian children who've been injured in this conflict, but not really providing any further details on when this will happen and how it would be facilitated, whether it could possibly be under this deal that was brokered by Qatar to open the Rafah crossing. So that is yet to be seen. We are seeing also a lot of diplomatic pressure. We've seen a number of countries call back their diplomats, the latest being actually Bahrain. That just came out in the last couple of minutes. It has confirmed the Israeli ambassador has left Bahrain, saying it's also recalling its ambassador and suspending bilateral and economic relations. Now, this came after Jordan, Chile, Colombia, and also Bolivia went a step further, completely severing ties, which we do need to add were only reformed back in 2020.
Oh, thanks for those updates. Sarah Coates reporting live to us there from Tel Aviv.